Today's focus was collective work and responsibility. I want to get a little personal with y'all because I'm not in the business of telling people what they should be doing, what they could be doing. I just know how I live my life and how I choose to walk every day. As far as being collective in working with in the community, I am definitely that friend that's gonna put people in tune. You feel me? If my friend has a business or a skill that's gonna serve the next person, I'm definitely linking them. Or if I know somebody that's looking for a type of service and I feel like I have a certain type of directory that may help them, I'm going to plug them. Period. If you feel like you need your credit fixed and you come through my way, I'm definitely going to send you to the person who helped me. If I know somebody just started a business, Shorty over here is teaching us how to build business credit. So let me put you in tune. That's always been me. Especially if my friends have a business, I'm always the one that's going to broadcast your business and put your name in a room that you may not have walked into. Because 9 times out of 10, we have everything that we need in close proximity to us. We just may not know the person sitting next to us. So we don't know that they got resources that can help us move our business forward. But if I know you and the person that's sitting next to you, of course I'm going to link you. I've never been a hater. And I just want everybody to eat. I want us to get in tune with each other and be able to help each other get to the next level so we all can eat at the top. It's always been me. I feel like we all need to move like that. Outside of that, I clearly love to read. If y'all want to send me books, I'll love you forever. But I'm more intentional about reading literature about us, about our history, about what this government has attempted to do to us. Because if you don't know your history, you're bound to repeat it. And I just want our youth to be educated. I don't want our youth to grow up missing the same pieces that I felt I was missing growing up. I want them to be ahead of the game. So I feel like that's my piece to the puzzle, to continue to educate myself so I could continue to spread that information to our communities. As far as my responsibility as a woman more so, I take that very serious, especially due to the fact that our communities have been struggling for a while. 100. Being that the woman is the bearer of fruit of life, being that the Black woman is the closest being to God, since we are the Black people, are the original people on this earth, and we birth the nation as women, as Black women. I feel that is a great responsibility that should not be taken lightly. So when I'm making decisions, when I'm getting in tune with certain men, I try my hardest to remain logical about what that situation is going to promote, present, and produce. For the simple fact that our communities are playing catch up and have been playing catch up. I just don't take that lightly. I don't take that responsibility to bring life into this world as a joke. That's something that's just going to work itself out. I do believe in Allah. I believe Allah makes no mistakes, but I also believe that we make our lives a lot harder than what they have to be. So let me not sit here. I'm never sitting here to say I'm somebody that's perfect. I've been jammed up before. I done gave my time to males that were not worth it, that were beneath me because they were not actively evolving into their greatest being. However, in those circumstances and situations, I had to be realistic. I had to be realistic and look at where I was at as a woman, meaning my character, meaning what I'm bringing to the table, meaning my values and what I have to pour into another being, be it my seed as well as my seed's father. because I am the lifeline. I am the first educator. I am the first nurturer. I am the first voice that my seed would feel and hear. I am the voice that matters when it comes to uplifting the man I choose to produce or reproduce with. That's not something that I could just go out on a whim with. That's not something that I'm just looking to, oh, it'll work itself out. I'm going to just throw my hands up. No, G, because I know I've experienced some things that have put me in a position to have to retrain myself to reach my highest being, the highest version of myself. So let me be careless and bring another being into this world when I am not fully, when I haven't fully produced myself, or I haven't fully grown into who I am meant to be. That's taken away from the quality of life that my seed could have. That's taken away from the quality of life for our communities, because any child that's brought into this world at a disadvantage, the community has to deal with it. The community has to deal with lack. Kids going to school hungry, kids going without, kids living in single parent homes, kids watching they people get into it, witnessing domestic violence, kids being literally fucked up because of their parents. I'm not trying to add to that chaos. And like I said, that becomes a responsibility of the entire community, because who has to deal with the kid that's going without? The community. We interact with each other as soon as we step outside our front door. So why would I add to dysfunction? Why would I continue the cycle of dysfunction and ill-prepared households? That doesn't make sense to me. And if I want to talk about breaking a cycle, relearning, to retrain myself in order to rebuild, then I need to make sure that I'm putting myself in the best possible position to be able to help my community instead of hindering my community. I never will understand. First and foremost, I don't understand why people with kids be minding kidless people business and people without kids be minding people with kids business. Like, I don't know nothing about raising no kids. I mean, probably could imagine a thing or two, but I don't have no kids of my own. So I'm not never about to talk about what y'all got going on. But why do people be like, oh, we ain't getting no younger, you might as well go and pop one out? What do that mean? What do that mean? If I have not found my husband, a person that I have a bond with, or am literally in a position where I feel like, yo, I could quit my job and stay at home with my kid and take care of everything by myself, why would I set myself up to struggle? Even more so, why would I set my kid up to struggle? That makes no sense to me whatsoever. And I know us as women, we get lonely. We want somebody that's going to love us. We want a best friend that's never going to turn their back on us, that's going to need us. We want to feel needed. Gee, that is not the way to do it. I have certain values and I have certain standards for myself and for my seeds to come. I want to be able to be at home making my kids food from scratch. I want to be the parent that's like, oh yeah, I got this new puree recipe. Let me share it with all my other mothers. I can't do that if I'm stressed out about how I'm paying my bills, or if I'm stressed out about going to work and coming home to care for my kid, or finding out where my kid is going to go. Like, no, I'm not trying to jump into that. That does not make sense to me. It does not make sense, and it will never make sense to just roll the dice. It's so many women out here to just be like, yo, whatever happens, happens. Yo, I've laid down and I've literally dropped the ball. Like, thank God I was covered. But I'm not trying to preach to y'all. I just really feel I take it personal. My responsibility as as a black woman is heavy because our communities are not where they need to be. Our children are not where they need to be. So why would I add to that dysfunction like I said? I feel like my responsibility as a woman is to continue to work on myself so I can pour into my seed and my seed's father and build a foundation that is going to be fruitful for future generations to come. Collective work and responsibility. Happy Kwanzaa, y'all. It's always love, and I'm always sending y'all peace.
See, the building of a new nation begins with the woman, because the mother is the first teacher of the child. The message that she gives that child, the child gives to the world. So we have to be very careful